All right, we are live. Welcome everybody. I know I told everyone just a little bit ago that we were going to be doing the RJF versus Oops right after EMP versus GNX, but EMP versus GNX, those teams took their sweet time between drops, so that ran over quite a bit. So we are going to be starting in drop 3 on Oops versus RJF. Now, from what I've been told, RJF is winning 2-0 against uh, Oops. Sorry. I now have a co-caster here. Uh, Say hello, Dubious, to the world.
Good evening slash afternoon, people. Dubious Squirrel here, co-casting with Level. Nice to be with you.
Like old times. I don't think we've done this since TOC2. It's
Yeah,
almost a
it's been
year
a while.
ago.
So it's 2-0 to Oops so far, and we're dropping in, casting the third round. All
Yeah.
right.
All right, we got Oops, who are already locked. Now we're waiting on Team RGF on Team 2. Um,
And they're
Someone
going
said
straight in
high
on
levels,
Viridian.
Mom. Screw you, Andy. Uh, yeah, we're coming straight in on Viridian. We missed the first two drops, unfortunately, which sucks. Uh, but sounds like RGF won those pretty handedly. So uh, there's still three more drops to go. We got Viridian, then Polar, the new Polar, very very sexy map, and then Hibernal. Uh, so Oops can still pull a win out here today, and I kind of hope they do. They're right now they're in last place of the division, unfortunately. Now, from what I understand, they have a lot of new guys on their team, a few comp vets like you have Kong Lord, Texan, um, and Pi. Actually, so far I think most of these guys have at least played one comp season before. Um, but only Konglord and Texan that I'm aware of have played in Div A before. So um, they are not, they're not the favorites to win today. Um, but it will be interesting if they do, because that would give them the points they need to, I believe, get out of last place. Like no, because GNX won 3-2 against EMP. I don't think they can get out of last place this week, but they can next week. Winning this match, winning the next three drops, and then winning at least a few more drops next week, they can pull themselves, higher up the ladder.
Div A is a tough place to be, especially if you're in a team with a bunch of new players. It usually takes a tournament or so for new players to gel with each other, and hopefully you can keep the same roster from tournament to tournament. That's kind of key in this game if you want to play in the top tiers.
Yeah. You got teams like GNX, which no one expected to be able to. Well, their first couple games of the season were pretty rough, but they've they've gotten their momentum, and they're actually, as of as of today, they are rocking their division right now. They had the 5-0 against Black Omen last week, and they just beat EMP, which no one saw coming. And Andy Mack doing he's he Andy Mack. Usually he's shilling for his own Twitch stream, but this time he's shilling for Den Airwalker's stream, which is hilarious. I'm looking here at the Oops team. They got Night Gear, Firestarter, Timberwolf, Vulcan, Kodiak 3, Annihilator 1X, and K9. That 1X has to be LB10s. What do we have over in RJF side?
Well, RJF are rocking a Sleipnir. It's not a bad choice. Phoenix Hawk, a Firestarter. I love that mix, so much fun. A Big Fat Annie, a Summoner, K9, and a Nightgear. So they're going to be playing predominantly the tradie game, I think, which this map is well suited for, especially from their side. There's all sorts of high spots you can get up on there and cover a lot of the map from.
Now, looking at Oops's mechs, the Kodiak is 4 AC10s and ERP. I was right about the Annie 1X being 4 LB10s. But it also has a snub stuffed right there in that CT. He's probably running a standard engine then. You have to CT that Annie. The snubs still hurt. Looking at this super super weeb K9 by Helios, very pretty, my man. Um, but now let's take a look at RGF stuff. I see that RGF did get a UAV up over that hill that Texan and Andy Mech are around. Um, RJF, they have almost a super vertical firing line from Theta to Kappa, uh, which is interesting because usually we've been seeing a lot more fluidity in the way uh, this map's been being played. They do have the three cap leads, so it is Oops. It's up to Oops to either start taking caps or to get aggressive. Uh, Slave Labor up here, the Night Gear just holding Overwatch in well in the Night Gear with the RJF color pattern.
Yeah, it's a nice looking mech. Interesting build as well. I haven't seen the large lasers and two Gorse on a night gear before. Maybe I just I don't know. It's I haven't seen it. Interesting.
Ooh, I think he just missed his burn on this Firestarter. Firestarter took a little bit of damage from the lasers, but the Gauss definitely whiffed. K9 pokes his head on the left of Echo 5, the southern side of the Echo 5 like center mountain thing. Um, Now he's getting airstriked. He's down to 81% HP. Uh, RJF's Phoenix Hawk and their K9 are still holding the Theta side very well. We got two mechs. We got Konglord and Andy Mech. Oh, and the Firestarter. Yeah, we got Konglord, Texan, and Andy Mech doing a triple man Wolfpack here. They all just laid into Slave Labor and did actually a surprising amount of damage for the range. Slave Labor might actually be going down here. He is almost Cord CT. His CT is about to pop, and now he is Cord CT.
Oettinger with 95%, but he's in the red. He's taken a headshot.
Oof.
I had to go and have a look at that. That's nasty.
Oh no, Coglord. Coglord overcommitting on his dive on the Night Gear, and now the Summoner dropped down with him. They had him cornered, and now he's trying to run away, but I don't think he's going to make it. He just ran into another wall.
Oh, Kong Lord, you overcommitted.
Yeah, it is. He's going to be taken out here real soon.
Run. Slave Labor definitely in trouble in the Nigeria. He's about to go down if he's not careful. 47%.
Oops's Kodiak is getting really starting to look pretty messed up. I'm going to take a look at that. Yeah, the headshot, but his torsos are now getting pretty weak. He's about to be opened up. Oh! Self-destruction by the K9. That's a big oof. Stash is about to get taken out. Konglord instead. Or sorry, Yeah, Konglord. Yeah, Konglord. We expected that to come in. Frio and the Annihilator finally goes down. Now, he did have that brawl thing going on, but RJF is just rolling up here on the left side, the northern side. Timberwolf, Andy Mac and the Timberwolf. Stash does finally go down, but Andy Mac and the Timberwolf is about to be cornered. There, he is cornered. He has the Summoner to one side, the Annie to the other, and he's running out of cover quick. He makes his move. He's trying to get out of there, but he's not going to make it. Pie in the Night Gear pushing the Summoner, just full on. Yeah, just a full on push. Not sure how if he'll pull that one off. But this Kodiak is trading with this Annie, and it looks like winning. Take that back. Annie ended up pulling it out there in the end. Annie is one touch CT. Solveig does go down. It is 3v4. Both teams super weak. Pi in the Night Gear does finally go down. Summoner at 17%. Azov and Slave Labor both go down. This is now 2v2. Vodka goes down. Palmcheck, the last man standing. Sleipnir versus a Vulcan and K9. They can be one shot by this thing if they are not careful. Now he's almost legged. The question is, do they know he's almost legged? Because if they pop that right leg and it does not have a lot of structure, they could finish him off, and they have the speed to go and still win on caps. Actually, yeah, that might be the smarter play. Helios just running away for caps. Texan probably should too, but this might be smarter to make sure this mech can't sneak up on someone here in a little bit. But I don't think Texan's really getting any damage done. Interesting though. Let's get in there. Let's see.
Very interesting. Very close fight.
Yeah. Palmashek is just waddling forward with his one remaining leg.
I mean, the tickets are in their favour. If he can hold Texan off, it's a good win. But Texan's getting some good shots here. I don't think he's
He's
going
going.
to
Oh,
make it.
Texan went for the torso instead, but Palmashek down to 3 Ultra AC5s. Not sure how this thing says 3. You can only put 2 in a torso, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
And there it is. And they win. Texan just has to take Kappa there. Healers probably need to finish taking Theta. Yeah, I think flipping Kappa might not be enough points.
Texan moving slowly. Is he legged? He must be.
He has to be. I think he got legged in the fight with the summoner earlier. Yeah, he's legged. He's legged to the other one is Cord. Ooh, Texas barely survived that one.
Wow, close match.
He
So it
just
looks like Oops is taking their first win of this match anyway. Well done.
yes.
Brutal fighting. I like it.
That was a brutal fight. Wait, the match isn't over. That means yeah, they have to take that fourth cap. But Helios looks like he's going for Sigma, so he figured that out pretty quick. Yeah, they'll take that cap back before everything flips, and it's GG's. Well done, Oops, on the win. Look at all those mechs, the whole fight right here. Look at that, the whole
Look at the
fight.
state of it.
It's
Just the battlefield
yeah.
littered with dead mechs. That was great. Alright, let's take a look at the scores, see who did what. RJF, Summoner did well, 600 damage with the peeps, good job. K9, 184. Phoenix Hawk, 196. Annie did well as well, taking the damage roll from the background. Pelmishek, I'm sorry with his names, I'm not very good at them. 496, good. The Firestarter playing very hectically, did 330. Yeah, but pretty good damage spread across RJF there.
Nice.
Oops, on the other side, the Vulcan 5T did 604, solid. Nightgear did very well. Good even damage spread actually. The Firestarter for Konglor doing 201, their lowest damage, but still very respectable for a light mech. Yeah, good match, closely fought.
Coglord, we watched Coglord overcommit and then get dived by a summoner and
Yeah,
and a night gear. So, he did more damage than I thought he outputted before he died.
he did. Yeah, he really went balls deep. I think he went a little bit too deep there, but good on him.
Looking at the API stats, no team damage, unfortunately. Lots of match score. Texans farmed the most match score, 478. Well done. 3 kills, 3 kills. Texan and Helios getting all the kills. Well, not all of them, because someone suicided on. Someone self-destructed, and I think it was the K9, wasn't it? White Eyes? Yeah.
Yeah. What happened there? Was that just overheat? Must have been, I suppose.
He was. I believe he just overheated. Being a K9, his K9 was a little on the zippy side. So he's most likely an XL engine. So or yeah, he had to be an XL engine and it just blew up. He could have been an LFE and got crisped, but you don't have a lot of heat sinks, so uh, it's not as common to get to lose your side torso in a in an Irby and then self-destruct from heat. It's a lot more common in
Yeah.
mechs with a lot more heat sinks.
Hitting your heat override gets you out of one kind of trouble and immediately into another kind of trouble. You've really
Yeah.
got to keep an eye on your heat.
Oh yeah.
And in the heat of battle, pun intended, it's it's a tricky one because there's so much going on. You get overloaded, and you can, if you're not careful, miss it. And then you see what happened to the K9. Poof, there it goes.
Yeah. Checking on chat here. Kongwick. Hoop Jones. Andy, no, Andy didn't throw this time. He kind of got cornered, unfortunately. He had two options: turn left and turn right. He turned right and got backshot by the guy on the left. He didn't really have. There wasn't much else he could do. Yes, Tex did carry Dith. Tex always carries. Tex and good potato. Scatness, the K9 not so much. Firestarter for sure. Most teams are running fire starters and black lanterns anymore. I don't think we saw black lantern in this match though, but we did still see the fire starter. K9, um, it's kind of a dealer's preference. Wolfhound has a little more speed. Can do the same build, the 5 MPLs. Uh, K9 has a lot more tankiness though, so I think I would take a K9 over a Wolfhound into a brawl or a push. But overall, like just comp in general, I'd probably take a Wolfhound over a K9.
My preference, I think, would be a Wolfhound overall.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to the resizing. Hopefully, that
Mm.
comes in before Worlds because that's going to change things up. I hope. I think.
Dude, I'm already a bad shot. Please don't shrink the mechs and make me a worse shot. Please? Come on, man. I've just started getting good shooting PPCs at stuff. I don't need everything to shrink.
Yeah.
But yeah, I heard about that too. The going with a more legit volumetric thing.
Mhm.
Some of the 35 tonners are still kind of like weirdly sized, so they'll be getting a nice shrinkage. Mechs in the 20-ton category are actually a little small for their weight, so I believe the 20 tonners are actually getting going up like 10% bigger.
Oh, are they? That's interesting.
Yeah. Now don't
I
quote me
didn't
on
read
that.
that.
Yeah.
I read most of the mechs were going down inside size kind of 35 tons and up, but I
Yeah.
didn't read anything about the 20 tonners.
I think
They are
it's
they are tiny, aren't they? They're just, especially the commando. It's really small, very hard to kill.
well even if
Great
you
hitboxes.
yeah like even if you compare like a flea to a commando, uh, the flea is like half the size, 2/3 the size of the commando, and it's only 1/5 less in tonnage.
Oh yeah, the flea. That's another one.
And Flea's been a good one in these matches. We're still waiting on Team 1 to finish readying up. Still heading on the post-match strats. Let's check out the map strat. Excuse me. Looks like it still has my drawing from the last game, so let's delete all that. Alright.
So, what is to be said about this map? I've had very little time on this map, and I couldn't honestly tell you how it's going to play out. But I can take a rough guess. Obviously, Team 1 is going to be taking Epsilon early, maybe moving for Kappa. There's going to be some kind of fight, I'd imagine, in the middle. Car over Gamma. Or is there?
Uh,
Team 2 side, Sigma is going to be an early cap. Theta. I really don't know. There's so much cover, it's changed so much. Actually, in quick play especially, when this map came up, when it was voted in, there was always like an internal groan as, oh god, I really don't want to play this map. But now it's become one of my favourite maps, and for good reason. There's lots of cover, lots of ways to approach, some really great flanking manoeuvres to be had. It's interesting.
yeah. Now, there's been a lot of complaints from the people who like to mainline, like Lerm and ATMX and stuff, that they feel like they're getting personally attacked with the map change. But to be honest, I haven't found it any harder to learn on the new polar than it was the old polar. It's just that you can't you have to go get angles, use tag and get locks, right? But, you know, especially outside like that circle you drew, these hills like the Sigma Hill around Theta, the Epsis Hill, that's a lot of open ground that like if you can get your Lurmech to get close enough to get within range, if you can get a lock on someone up there, there's not many places he can hide from you. So
Did you say Lerm?
yeah, I said
Have
Lerm.
teams been playing Lerms on this map?
No, not yet.
Right.
I'm talking about the quick. There's a lot of people who don't like the new Polar because they feel it was it was an indirect nerf to their playstyle.
Oh, I
Uh,
see.
I don't think that's the case. I think what it did was make this map more fair for those who are not learning. That's what I think. I don't think it nerfed it for the learners. I think it just made it um, uh, a little easier if you're not learning.
Well, the old Polar was great for Lerming. This one I haven't tried it on yet. It's certainly a lot more cover, but there's still scope for it. I mean, if you get caught in the open, you're going to die to Lerms. Doesn't matter what you do.
Uh, Andy, Finder's Weeper says, "Don't throw this time." I agree. Andy, don't throw this time. oh, the match has started, so I swapped back to that. Let's see how this goes. Um, Andy is just shilling for every streamer of the game now. What a legend. What's such a team player. All right, taking a look here. I'm going to look at uh, Oops's mechs first. We got a Vulcan, Kodiak, Timberwolf, Phoenix Hawk, Bloodass Beef, Firestarter, and Summoner. I really want to take a look at this Bloodass. Why do that? What's the other team got?
So, RJF have a Vulcan, a linebacker, a summoner, a Mad Cat, 2C, Executioner Prime. That's an interesting one. I've had some experience with that. Phoenix Hawk and a Flea. So they've got a decent wolf pack there. I think they may be going for some kind of brawl. Let me take a look at the builds if I can.
That's interesting because Oops has only one long range mech. Everything else is mid range trade.
The
Bloodass, UAC
linebacker,
5s, Kodiak, AC 10s, Timberwolf, Laser Vomit. The only thing with range is their summoner, which is dual PPC. And that's it. Could have got some backup lasers on there for you. Kongol and Helios, looks like they're going to head for Theta. Oops already has Epsies, and looks like RJF does have Sigma. RJF is about to take Gamma with a Flea. Now, so far, the movement is very similar to the GNX versus EMP game, whereas, except instead of 4 mechs going to Theta, only 2 are going to Theta, and the other 4 are staying around Epsies. I don't even know if they're going, if Oops is going to go for Kappa, because they have this Texans there, and he looks like he's just watching it to see if anything goes there.
RJF are very grouped up in the middle here. Looks like they're going to go for some kind of brawl. They've taken Gamma.
No.
Full cap.
Texan, you ran off too early. Texan was looking for the mech going for Kappa so he can gank him. That mech is now going to Kappa. Texan took off. Texan, no! He just saw it. He just spotted him. He's coming back. This fleet is going to take Kappa completely unopposed. Well, someone took shots at him, but didn't do any damage. I stand by what I say. He's going to take Kappa completely unopposed. Now, RJF is playing King of the Hill here. They have a lot of mechs stacked on this hill right beside Gamma. You see a little bit of trading going on, but RGF does seem to overall have more range than Oops right now.
Yeah, their Executioner has a bunch of micro lasers, but I think 3 PPCs. Their Summoner, let's see. Summoner is PPC as well. They can reach out.
That linebacker is light machine guns and medium pulse lasers. Didn't expect to see that coming, but he is fighting with Texan and his Vulcan now. They both fought each other to 90% HP. Oh, this is interesting. This linebacker, oh, he might have just got away barely. His Kodiak was just coming over the ridgeline, and for a moment, he could have really messed up that linebacker. This fight is definitely devolving into a fight around Gamma. It'll be who can win this Gamma fight is probably going to be the one who wins this match, or this drop at least. Kodiak being lit into a little bit as he repositions, starting to take quite a bit of fire in that side torso. Firestarter, Phoenix Hawk, and Vulcan, both packing fairly well. Vulcan is actually large lasers. I did not realize that first till he started firing.
Kalmashek in the low ground there. He's taken a bit of damage, down to 79%. He needs to get out of there if he can.
The hill that Oops was just on is now been taken by RJF, while Oops is taking the hills that RJF were just on. Both teams
Yeah.
are in full NASCAR right now.
I was going to say I don't want to call it a NASCAR, but it's they're circling each other. I'll say that. There you go.
Well, yes, they're circling each other, but one of these teams is circling the drain. They just don't know it yet. And we don't know it either. We'll find out soon. But it looks like Phantom got in a bad position with his Kodiak. He does not have the cover because he's too tall for his cover, so he's just being annihilated. Both side torsos wide open, and he's going to go down. He just lost all his weapons. He is now a stick. RJF, linebacker, fleeing. Oh, I thought they were going to roll up on the Kodiak, but they must know he's sticked, and so they're going to ignore him. Nope, Mike going for the kill anyways. Helios and the Phoenix Hawk running for his life. Pie the Bloodass is just pushing as hard as he can on that Executioner, but a mech just dropped behind him, and he's not going to survive that. And yep, there he goes down. Frio and his Summoner has gotten up top to fight the Mad Cat. A little bit, there's not much focus fire going on here from Oops. They're kind of like they're all shooting at different mechs, and RGF's taking advantage of it by focusing them down one by one. Anti-mech goes down. Firestarter, Konglord and the Firestarter taking shots at the Flea, but the linebacker is ready to be picked alive because he's cord CT. Probably should be focusing the linebacker, at least get the kill. Texan is dueling it out with the Executioner. Oh, and he got legged. Yeah, it just comes down to Konglord. All Konglord can do is dance around these guys. This is going to end. This might end in a 7-0. Come on, Konglord, get a couple kills. Oh, he got one. All right, it's not a 7-0 at least. It's a 6-1. RJF wins. That's 3-1 in RJF's favor now.
Yeah, that was a good fight. I enjoyed watching it. I feel like Oops made a mistake there, pushing across Gamma into the low ground. I'm learning this map as I'm watching it, but that seems to be a mistake, especially when you've got the opposing team on the high ground, all looking down on Gamma. They saw it coming. They got some good damage from the high ground, and then they pushed in and finished it off. Well played.
I think you're right, and I think another thing to add to that was the Kodiak. Kodiak kind of where it chose to trade from turned out to have no cover for it, so it couldn't poke. Every time it tried to get back into cover, it was still exposed, unfortunately, because it was just tall. And that left the Kodiak getting pretty ganged up on fairly easily, and was an easy pick for RJF.
I'm still uncertain about the Kodiak as a good comp choice. I mean, it certainly lays out the damage, but oh my god, it's a barn door.
Yes.
The hitboxes aren't great on it. Yeah, I'm on the fence about that.
I think it's a flex more than anything. That and it did get the agility buffs and stuff. So
minor one, yeah.
So we're hoping that when the quirk pass comes, that it gets maybe gets an armor buff. That's long overdue. At least a structure buff. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Looking at the post-match stats here. Post-match stats here. Looking at let's look at RJF first, because that Marauder 2C with the 2 ER peeps and a bunch of MPLs, 623 damage, very respectable. That's that Ivazovsky, Volkodav, and the Summoner pulled 482. Very well done. The only one died was White Eyes at 359 damage. Yeah, it's just a very strong amount of damage across the board. Linebacker didn't do as much as I thought it was going to. Uh, Flea outdamaged it by 3 points. Now, looking at Oops' side, unfortunately, their highest damage was 441. Frio and the Summoner. Um, Texas Scrub Lord and the Vulcan, 324 damage. Andy Mech and the Timberwolf, 338 damage. But it looks like the Bloodass and the Kodiak both got denied at sub at 250 or less damage. All right, that was a good one. RJF is at, double check the points here. All right, let me refresh this overlay, see if they put the points in. Ah, it did. Oh well. It is what it is. It'll just say 0 points earned indefinitely, guys. Apologies. We do have a disco with Phantom Mech, but it looks like he's reconnected. Yeah, people in chat are just watching the NASCAR happen in the stream.
Hmm.
NASCAR for the win.
Tactical circling. There you
Tactical circling.
go.
It's not NASCAR, it's tactical circling.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. Um, this is the last drop for this match. Right after this is over, actually, I gotta tell SA they have to hold on. Okay. Hopefully this goes by faster. Um, no, I'm not gonna say it. I was going to. I was gonna tell them not to take too long getting ready, but if we miss the first drops of the SA game, it'll be what it is. Oops, unfortunately, can't win this match, but they still get that other point, and that other point, they're going to need it. Because at the end of the season, they still have 2 more weeks after this, and at the end of the season, every point is going to matter for positioning. RJF has 6 people on the field. I don't know where their 7th went. But it looks like they're going to start 2 in Alpha Lance. Let's look at the map strat while these guys ready up. I see you've been busy. Nice.
Yeah, drawing arrows. It's my thing.
I mean, they don't look wrong to me. Yeah, Hyperidal still uses the classic canyon spawns for the most part. Uh, the map itself has been changed a little bit, so um, it'll be interesting. I expect. I don't know how important Theta will be to both these teams because it still has that problem being out in the open, right? But you have a lot more cover compared to New Canyon to take it. So uh, I don't know. I think Team Two, which will be RGF, they'll probably try to do Sigma, Theta, Kappa, and I think Team One, which I believe is or sorry, Team One is RGF. Uh, yeah, I think they're gonna take Kappa, Theta, Gamma. I think that's the three they'll play for. And I think Oops might do the same. They might try Sigma, Kappa, Theta. Um, Not always do we see people fight around Epsies, but because taking that point is a little out in the open, we don't see as many people go for Epsi, especially in the early game, as often. Usually, you see people go for Kappa because it's relatively secure for the most part um, over Epsies. Uh, But yeah, as you've marked, with the dotted lines, those are going to be positions that are people are going to have to look out for trading mechs. Um, Take a look at the lobby, see where we sit at. All right, RJF has their seventh guy. No, they're still at 6 on the field only. All right, SA, and FFE. They are being patient. So as soon as this match is over with, we will be jumping straight into that one. Unlike how we were supposed to jump straight into this one after the EMP versus GNX game.
Yeah, been tricky tonight with overruns on the first match, but we're doing it. Well, Level's doing it, and I'm tagging along for the ride. Thank you, Level.
It's no problem. Always a pleasure to have some company when doing these. You can get lonely when you're talking to yourself. You start feeling a little crazy. My girlfriend and my son are out for a walk today, or at least for the last hour and a half. So that's been nice. I don't have to. Sometimes you guys will hear him screaming in the background because he's not getting his way, and Mama has to put her foot down. So it's nice. It's quiet. You know how long it's been since it's been quiet in this house?
Domestic bliss.
Yeah, it's the little things in life once you become a parent.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah. For those who just became aware, yes, Level is a mech dad, a literal one. I have a child, and he likes mechs not as much as I do, but he's starting to like robots and stuff. He won't call them mechs yet. He just calls them robots, right? And he likes the robots. But when you try to tell him to say mech, he just like dismisses you. It's like, no, it's a robot, Dad. It's too young to try to explain the difference between a robot and a mech to a 3-year-old. All right, I'm gonna swap it back to the lobby. See where we're sitting at. All right, team one is readied and locked. Team two, though, still getting ready, but they're almost ready. It looks like they're just waiting on Kong Lord, actually.
Yeah, let's see if Oops can pick up a win on the final drop.
Yeah, I would really like them to see them pull out a win on the final drop. And then someone, where are we at? 3, 4. What are they doing? 4 in Bravo, 3 in Charlie? Okay. Um, they're not putting anyone in Alpha, so they might actually not be making any place for Kappa. They might actually try to go for Theta, Epsilon, Sigma, and holding those 3 caps. Which will be interesting. All right. They're locked. Both teams are locked, and we are going to be launching it. Well, they are. This cast is brought to you by 2 tagalongs.
Yeah. We're just here to talk about stuff. The teams run the match.
Yeah. It's nice. It means if they make any mistakes, I don't get 100 people in chat giving me shit for it. Officer Evix, yes, SA is next. It'll be right after this match. Um, I said I was going to do it last time because there was a little bit of issue because RJF versus Oops already started. This time, uh, you will get the whole match of SA versus FFE. It is a kind of important match, so I really want to cast it. So once this last drop is completely over, um, we'll go over the end of game match stats for a second, and then I will be ending the stream, pulling the other teams in, and starting the stream back up. So please, once this match is over, just hang around. 5 to 10 minutes, absolute max. Uh, Looking at RJF, yeah, looking at RJF here. The Summoner, Cyclops, Wolfhound, K9, Beagle, Annihilator, and Vulcan. It is Annihilator 2A, so I'm assuming DACA or AC2 trading. What we got over on Oops side?
So let me see. Oops, Phantom 87 is in a Nightgear with 1 PPC, 5 AC2s. Kong Lord is rocking the Rifleman 2C with 4 4 large pulse lasers. We've got Helios running around doing light things in his Firestar. He's already being shot at. We've got Vulcan 5T and a Stalker from Andy Mech.
Texan's
And
going
he's
for that
running
mid-range.
large.
Yeah, Texan has that mid-range skirmishing Vulcan. Let's see if it works out better for him on this map. I think in the last drop he would have done a lot better with more umph, like with MPLs. Helios and the Firestarter heading up to Theta, but it looks like the Summoner, Vulcan, and Wolfhound and K9, 4 people from RGF might be diving Texan here. Are they? Texan is running for his life. Oh, Firestarter came out in the open. It looks like they're going to break off for the Firestarter instead. Firestarter tried to get up and he timed his jump. Now he's running for his life. Oh, he ran into a wall. And Firestarter ran into the wall. He's going to get picked. He's going to get picked. Run. Oh, both legs wide open. That Firestarter is almost out of the fight entirely.
Oh, cringe.
White Eyes and his Vulcan. Pi is on this corner. I don't know if he realizes he's about to get hit by 3 mechs at once. He's now pulling off that corner, but Helios needs to protect those legs real bad. Rifleman is backing off. He did take a fairly good airstrike. Looks like the Night Gear, Phantom in the Night Gear has been losing his trades, unfortunately. He is now cored out CT and almost cored out in the side torsos too. There's a few. Both teams have a decent amount of healthy mechs, but it looks like, oops, it might be the first team to start losing mechs, and that can be a snowball or domino effect. Konglord, with its 4 LPL riflemen, getting some nice shots out, but his side torso is about to pop. He did just lose one of his arms, so he lost half his guns, and that side torso with the other 2 guns attached to. Well, they're in the arm, but he's about to lose the side torso, which means he's going to lose those guns too. Andy Mech and the Stalker, this used to be Trash Pile, I'm not sure what to call it now. But he's just he's relatively healthy trading there on the side.
Noble Rat in the Vapor Eagle is open on the right leg. Konglord, Mr. Konglord is, wow, he's open on the left torso. Otherwise in okay shape, he's still got armor left.
He is missing that arm and half his guns. If that side torso gets popped, he won't die, but he'll be a stick.
That is true.
RJF did a good job focusing that the gun arm off. Rifleman 2C might need more arm HP treatment, like we did the Jaeger and the Rifleman. Just my 2 cents. RJF Summoner is at 46%. Volkodav. I butchered that. I'm really sorry. The side torso is open and he's almost cored.
Pi is attempting to make a beeline for Gamma. He's turning around now. He's being chased. They know he's there. He could. Oh no, he's a flea. Alright, he's going to escape this.
What's his legs looking like? Oh, he's almost cored CT. Yeah, if he can get away and get out of range of that Vulcan.
Oh, his right leg is damaged. It's cored now, orange.
Helios completely oblivious to the Vulcan beside him. White Eyes switching targets. Solving and White Eyes might be cornering these two. Pi and Helios. Helios has been doing a great job keeping those legs alive. I thought for sure he was going to die like 3 minutes ago. Flea is now legged. Flea is now legged, and he will be dropped here in a second because his other leg is one touch.
Noble Rat in the low ground in his Vapor Eagle.
K9 gets taken out instead. Pi is still kicking in this Flea with that one-touch leg. There it goes. There it goes. They finally got him. White Eyes and his Vulcan diving in now. Yeah, Helios and his Firestarter did finally get his legs picked. Texan and his Vulcan, it looks like he's trading with the Wolfhound a little bit. But the Wolfhound and White Eyes and his Vulcan are going to be wolfpacking here. This Night Gear was probably an easy pick. He's as far. See, I think he's one-touch CT. Yes, he is one-touch CT. This Wolfhound or Vulcan should have no problem just giving him one shot in the face and he's gone. Konglord down to 41%. He's still not a stick though. Texan takes out the Summoner with a nice shot. Phantom, as suspected, does go down to the Wolfhound. Wolfhound is about to start getting side shots. He's coming down here into the low ground. Um, Frio and the Annie. Wolfhound took some shots at him, so he knows he's there. Azov and their Annie, RGF is definitely getting a little more pressure. They've kind of pushed what's left of Oops into almost a corner. Konglor just holding on for dear life. He finally goes down, but at the same time, Ivazovsky and his Annihilator go down. Slave Labor is the last assault standing for RJF, with the Frio in the 2A, and also the Stalker still left on Oops side. Texan finally goes down, but
yeah, a little Vulcan fight between White Eyes and Texan could have gone either way. White Eyes just took it by a sliver there at the end. So let me see who have we got left. Frio and the Annie, heavily damaged.
According to my screen, White Eye should be dead. It says he's cored out CT. Like his CT's gone.
He's down to 14%. I mean,
It's he must have less than 1 HP on that CT then.
yeah.
Now it's a standoff. RGF have the caps, and I don't because it's two assaults. I don't think these two can do it. The question is, RGF going to push them, or are they going to go for the points by preserving their mechs? Well, the tie-breaking points.
Stalker and an Annie, they should really be on the high ground if they can, but they're biding their time over here.
Oh, they're not biding their time. I think RGF, since they have the caps, I think this is just going to end. And
yeah, they can. They can sit back.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the plan. They're not going to go for it. They're just going to take the other caps, force these two to do something, and then we'll see what happens. But yeah, RGF is not going to take this engagement. And it is a relatively fresh Stalker, so I mean, he might lose that side torso with 2 in it, but he'll still have 3 large lasers, and basically every mech in RJF's team that's left alive can die to a single large laser. So 3 of them is still enough to really hurt them. But they're still going to win on caps no matter what. Let's just see if Andy here can pull off another kill or 2.
He's going to have to get aggressive now. He should be pushing in at this point. I mean, there's not really anything to lose, is there?
Yeah, Frio just backpedaling all the way up to the back of the wall. Andy Mech is now coming in forward. I guess he realizes it's over and he's just going to go for another kill, which is probably what he should have done a minute ago.
He's making the right move a little bit late. RJ doing the right thing. It's over. GG.
Yep, and it's over. All right, people. Let me get the API, show you the post-match stats. We'll go over the damage numbers at the end. Then I'll boot these guys from lobby and start the next one. Stay tuned. All right, got the API. Let's get this pulled up. All right, post-match stats, everybody. What do we got here? RJF pulling out a 4-1 win against Oops. Looking at the damage numbers, actually, Oops, a couple of their mechs just savagely outdamaged everybody. You got Texan and that Vulcan, and Frio and the Annie, and even Annie Mech and the Stalker all doing decent amount of damage. RGF side, you got Slave Labor and the Cyclops, and Noble Rat and the Beagle. Not a lot of team damage. Nothing too spectacular sticks out, but there you go, folks. That was RJF versus Oops, 4-1 for RJF. I will be ending this stream, resetting it, getting the next team ready, and then coming back. Stay tuned.
Yep, stay tuned. Come back soon. The next match is going to be very shortly.
Yeah, 5-10 minutes tops.